Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt for the last fixture of Group A involving the hosts against Switzerland. There is great hope on the part of the fans here in Germany that this team could go deep into the tournament as they have recovered from what has been the last couple of years of absolute travesty. So for now, Germany will host Switzerland to top the group in Group A, and it's next. Well, after picking up 4 points from their opening 2 games at this UEFA European Championships, Switzerland have all but qualified for the knockout phase. Although just 1 more point will secure second place regardless of Scotland's fortunes, such an outcome perhaps wouldn't be too surprising given the Swiss head into this clash on the back of a solid record of their last 16 games with only 1 defeat. Switzerland registered their best ever Euro tournament in the last edition when they reached the quarter-finals, beating the then world champions along the way, which highlights they are well capable on the big stage against the big games and top sides. A trip to Frankfurt to face host nation Germany is a similarly big task. Not only has Germany has won a joint record 3 Euros, but Switzerland have been utterly dominated in the all-time series against these two teams, winning 9 times, drawing 8 and losing 35. Well, the hosts couldn't have asked for a stronger start to the proceedings as they thrashed Scotland and comfortably beat Hungary by a combined 7-1 scoreline to qualify for the knockout stages with a game to spare. Those games have contributed to what has largely been a goal-fueled tournament so far, and this contest may be no different, as 4 of the last 5 head-to-heads saw at least 4 goals. In total, Germany winning 2, drawing 2 and losing 1. We're going to keep you updated on the Scotland score as well. That is going on TC Hub 1 and JB Sports if you want to listen to that. Otherwise, you're in the right place if you want to listen to Switzerland v Germany to see who will qualify as group winners. Let's move on to the team news. For Germany, well, they remain unchanged for the 3rd straight game, and they start with Manuel Neuer in goal. Maximilian Mittelstadt, Jonathan Tah, Antonio Rudiger and Joshua Kimmich at the back, with Robert Anderlecht, Toni Kroos, Florian Wirtz, Ilkay Gundogan and Jamal Musiala in the midfield, with Kai Havertz holding the line for Germany. 4 of these German players are on yellow cards. Another one in today's game means that they will miss the second round. That's Mittelstadt, Tah, Rudiger and Anderlecht. For Switzerland, well, they need a win if they want to top the group today. Nothing else will do. They start with Jan Sommer in goal. Fabian Schär, Manuel Akanji and Ricardo Rodriguez are the 3 centre-backs, with Michel Aebischer and Sylvain Widmer are the wing-backs. Granit Xhaka, the captain, and Remo Freuler holding the midfield, with Fabian Rieder, Briel Embolo and Dan Ndoye up top. Similarly, they have 3 players who can also be suspended if they pick up 1 more yellow card today. Ricardo Rodriguez, Remo Freuler and Sylvain Widmer can be suspended today if they pick up another yellow card. The substitutes for Germany, well, Oliver Baumann and Marc-Andre ter Stegen are the substitute goalkeeper, with David Raum, Pascal Gross, the ever-dangerous Nicholas Füllkrug, Chris Führich, Thomas Muller, Maximilian Bayer, Nico Schlotterbeck, Valdemar Anton, Leroy Sané, Benjamin Heinrichs, Robin Koch, Emre Can and Dennis Undav. For Switzerland, it's Yvonne Movdo, Gregor Kobel, Leonidas Stregu, Nico Elvedi, Cedric Seisiger, Dennis Zakaria, Renato Stefan, Stephen Juba, Vincent Sario, Ex-Jordan Shaqiri, Arden Jashri, Ruben Vargas, Noah Okafor, Kawando Dua, and Zeki Abdouni. For our referee today is one of the most experienced in Europe, Daniele Orsata. He's 48 and he's from Vicenza, Italy. His assistants also from Italy are Alessandro Gigliatini, Ciro Carbone. The fourth official is Marco Gaida, also from Italy. And in VAR is Massimiliano Irati and Paolo Valeri, also from Italy, and the Romanian Catalin Popa, as the game is underway with Germany attacking the goal to our left. They are in their familiar white shirts. They're wearing white shorts today and white socks. And Switzerland, of course, in their familiar jerseys as well, red shirts, red shorts, and red socks as we get this game underway here. And it's Florian Wirtz with the ball, gives it to Jamal Musiala for Germany, returns the ball to Kimmich. Kimmich into the middle of the park to Robert Anderlecht. Anderlecht back to Kimmich. Kimmich plays the ball. Drops the ball back to Rudiger. Antonio Rudiger for Germany. And he drops the ball back for a quick 1-2 with Kimmich again. And he gives the ball back to Kimmich as Germany just slowing things down here. Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt for Germany against Switzerland. And this one goes all the way back to the ever-present and experienced Manuel Neuer. He releases the ball to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger plays the ball forward and it's picked up by Jamal Musiala. Good work by Musiala as he gets away from Freuler. Down the right-hand side goes Jamal Musiala. He plays the ball through to Gundogan. Oh, and that's a wonderful challenge that time by the number 22, Fabian Schär. And that just stopped Ilkay Gundogan in his tracks. Well, Germany was so close to going through there. It was a great ball by Jamal Musiala through to Gundogan. But what a fine challenge by Fabian Schär, the Newcastle United centre-back. But it is going to be the first corner of the game to Germany, right in front of those Swiss fans. And I think it's going to be over on that far side to take it. I believe it, yes, it is. It's Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos is going to outswing this one for Germany as they look to get an early goal here. It's swung out, the heads go up, and it's there by Kai Havertz, but straight into the goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. And now Switzerland can get their first break on the go. And it's number 19 forward now for Switzerland, Dan N'Doye. N'Doye down the right-hand side. Can he get the cross in? Oh, he delayed too long. And that's a fine challenge by Maximilian Mittelstadt. Just getting in front of N'Doye there, denying him the crossing from the right-hand side. What this does mean now is that it will be a corner to Switzerland as we just look at that Kai Havertz chance again. Right at the goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. And the corner is going to be taken over on the right-hand side for Switzerland as Manuel Neuer just organises his line, and it's going to be Fabian Rieder, I should say. It was a poor corner. Maximilian Mittelstadt just gets his foot on it and puts it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in, though, level with the penalty area for Switzerland, as Rieder was going to take it, but instead he hands it off to Widmer. Widmer now just looking for options. He's got Freuler up there with him. Throws it to Embolo. Embolo, good challenge there by Anderlecht, but Embolo keeps possession. He's dancing in the penalty area, is Embolo, and the German defence finally closing down, and it's hacked away by Mittelstadt. And now is that a handball against Granit Xhaka? The referee has said yes, and there's claims immediately for that. Granit Xhaka is arguing his case, but Daniele Orsata has given the free kick. And you can tell he uses his arm there. Now, that might have come off his side as well. It's a debatable one, is that. Keeping you updated on the score in the Scotland game, 0-0 there. And here now is Florian Wirtz. Wirtz finds Gundogan, but he's alleged to have fouled fouled Remo Freuler there, and it's going to be a free kick. Yes, he just caught Freuler on the foot there, the former Nottingham Forest midfielder. As we look at the coach there for Switzerland, Mirat Yakhini. And the free kick is going to be taken here, and it looks like it's going to be Fabian Schär. And, well, he drops the ball right back there to Akanji. Akanji plays the ball down this right-hand side to Widmer. Widmer tries to play the ball off Mittelstadt, but it eventually came off Widmer, and it's going to be a throw-in to Germany. And here is Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt plays a dangerous ball all the way back to Neuer. I'm not sure that was the best move, and Neuer clears it downfield, but it goes out of play with the poor distribution there by the former German captain. And it's going to be a throw-in to Switzerland. It's taken quickly, and it's Widmer. And he plays the ball forward, but that's a good interception that time. And Ilkay Gundogan picks it up to Havertz. Havertz tries to give it to Musiala, but Musiala is dispossessed, poor control. Granit Xhaka drops the ball back into his own half, and he gets the ball back there, does Granit Xhaka. Plays the ball down the right-hand side, and it's picked up this time by Ryder. Ryder is dispossessed now, and Switzerland have lost the ball one more time, and Kai Havertz just drops the ball back there to Andrich and gives it back to Toni Kroos. Kroos plays a good through ball there for Gundogan. Gundogan tries to find Kai Havertz, but under pressure there from Fabian Schär, he almost loses it. But nipping in ahead of Ryder is Wirtz to win the ball back for Germany. It's midway inside the Swiss half of the field. And here is Toni Kroos. Kroos plays a long ball to the left-hand side, looking for Mittelstadt. It finds its target, but Mittelstadt is unable to keep possession of the ball, and it goes behind. It goes out rather for a throw-in. We've had 6 minutes gone here at Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt, and it is 0-0. Frankfurt, the financial hub of Germany, and this beautiful stadium, Deutsche Bank Park. And here's Rudiger, lifts the ball over the top. He's looking for Gundogan. Oh, that's a good header that time by Kanji, but he only finds Florian Wirtz. Wirtz gives it to Havertz. Havertz drops it back to Robert Andrich. Andrich. Back to Wirtz again. Wirtz under pressure that time by the number 19, Dan N'Doye. And N'Doye drops the ball back to Abisha. Abisha just puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Germany as the Swiss fans enjoying their time in Germany, and the German fans just looking a little bit more strained in terms of concern. I mean, at the moment, I think it's going well for Germany. They've started off fairly well. They look fairly calm and composed on the ball. I don't see any problems as of yet. So here's Andrich, plays the ball to Kroos. Kroos to Jamal Musiala. Down on this left-hand side to Mittelstadt. Back to Kroos. Kroos to Andrich. Andrich to Rudiger in an advanced position. Drops the ball to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich going back into his own half and gives the ball back to Rudiger. Rudiger to Jonathan Tah. Tah holds the ball. Oh, it's a terrible giveaway by Jonathan Tah. Well, unfortunately for Switzerland, Embolo was not able to control that. Otherwise, that could have been costly for Germany. In the end, it goes back to Manuel Neuer, and here is Toni Kroos. Kroos slips the ball forward here, and just trying to dance away there is Jamal Musiala. He gives the ball there to Mittelstadt, and it's played forward. Chasing this one down is Florian Wirtz, but it goes out of play, and a throw-in for Switzerland. Granit Xhaka is just about to take it quickly, but going over to take it on this on this right-hand side for Switzerland. As far as they're concerned, it is Sylvain Widmer. And Widmer throws it long, just over the halfway line. It's chest down by N'Doye. Cleared away there by Andrich. Up in the air goes Andrich again. And cutting across there was Dan N'Doye one more time. But he's not able to reach it. And Jonathan Tah just turns the ball back to Manuel Neuer in the Germany goal, as it is still 0-0 here. And the ball is played forward down the right-hand side. And Kai Havertz picks it up. Is he tripped there? The referee says no. And it's Embolo now for Switzerland. He cuts in front of the 18-yard box. And Kroos just gets a touch on it, but it's not far enough away. And nipping in there is Kai Havertz doing some good work defensively. But Widmer picks the ball up. And it's determined that there has been a foul. And the referee has tried to pull back play as Jamal Musiala was heading away there. Yes, it was for a foul on Kai Havertz. He was tripped there. Mimo Freuler just trying to get the ball. for Daniela Osata has already deemed that to be a free kick. We've had 10 minutes gone, and it is 0-0 here. The ball is played forward to Florian Wirtz down the right-hand side. Wirtz pulls it into Kai Havertz, back out to Wirtz. Wirtz gives the ball to Gundogan. Nice ball by Gundogan to Mittelstadt down the left-hand side. They're midway inside the Swiss half of the field right now. Here's Jonathan Tah. Tah gives the ball there to Rudiger. Rudiger to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz drops the ball back to Kimmich. Back to Rudiger again. And Jonathan Tah. This is patient build-up by Germany. Just trying to keep possession and pass Switzerland out of shape here. Right now, the Germans just calm and composed at the moment. Keeping possession, making Switzerland do all the chasing. Beautiful long ball by Rudiger to Havertz. Havertz now holds the ball up. He's got Akanji harassing him. He drops the ball back there to Wirtz. Wirtz to Musiala. To Anderich. Oh, wonderful ball by Anderich. Down on this left-hand side to Maximilian Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt gives the ball to Anderich again. Anderich lifts the ball forward to Musiala. Goes back to Gundogan, and his shot is blocked there that time by Shah. And all of a sudden, Switzerland can now come away with the ball with Michel Abasha. Abasha. Is he fouled that time by Gundogan? No, the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw into Germany, level with the Swiss penalty area. It's taken quickly, and there is Rudiger. Rudiger tries to play the ball to Kimmich, and Kimmich tried to play the ball off Abasha, and he does. It's going to be another throw-in for Germany now. And here's Rudiger. Just as a quick 1-2 there with the number 23, Robert Anderich. And it's now with Toni Kroos. Kroos flicks the ball over the halfway line to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz sets Mittelstadt off on his way. Mittelstadt gets the crossing. Can Gundogan get in front? No, and it's a beautiful challenge that time, really, by Ricardo Rodriguez, just stopping. It was actually Musiala in his tracks there. And Musiala just couldn't get in front of the defender to try to give Germany the lead. And here's Kimmich, gives the ball to Musiala again, down the right-hand side. It's all Germany now in this passage of play. Musiala cuts into the penalty area, and his pass is a poor one, and it's picked up by Abasha. And Abasha just pulls away there and tries to clear the ball himself. He was looking for Embolo. Looks like Embolo was fouled by Robert Anderich, and it's going to be a free kick. Anderich, of course, will need to be careful. He's already on a yellow card from the game, from an earlier game, and that was a really good challenge by Rodriguez there, just stopping him right in his tracks at that point, because that was almost safe. If he had just got in front of Rodriguez, it would have been one-on-one with Jan Sommer. And here's Mbola now. Mbola gives it to Ryder. Ryder tries to slip the ball through, and it's Ndoye chasing it down, but so is Manuel Neuer. And he comes out and falls on the ball and then releases the ball quickly to Joshua Kimmich, who plays the ball forward looking for Kai Havertz. Is Havertz in an offside position? The linesman at the moment says no. Havertz cuts into the penalty area. He slips and almost loses possession, and now the official's flag goes up as Havertz was in an offside position. We have 13 minutes gone here. It is 0-0, and got Mike Harneman in the chat here. Hi, Mike. Mike is flicking between the two games this evening. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you, Mike. I hope you are as well. Of course, it's still 0-0 between Scotland and Hungary. If you do want to watch that game, if you do want to listen to that game, rather, you can flick onto the TC Hub or JB Sports channel to do that. Ross is doing the commentary over there. If you are looking for Switzerland and Germany to see who gets top of Group A, you're in the right place. Paul James here covering this one. Here's Manuel Akanji for Switzerland. Midway inside his own half of the field. Drops the ball down to this right-hand side. That's a really good ball, picking out Fabian Schär. But the ball is a poor one into the Germany area, and it's comfortably won by Anderich. And Anderich and Wirtz and Havertz just get caught in their own way, but it breaks kindly for Germany. Here's Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt just drops the ball back into his own half to Jonathan Tah. Here's Anderich again. Inside the centre circle, he's just looking for options. He gives the ball to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Anderich. Anderich, oh, that's a nice ball forward through to Havertz. He just drops the ball and leaves that there, though. But Anderich again, and it's Musiala. Musiala back to Rudiger. to Kimmich. Kimmich drops the ball back into his own half, and what you're seeing right now is possession football by Germany. And here's Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt drops the ball to to Jonathan Tah, and he gives the ball to Anderlecht. Anderlecht moves into the centre circle inside his own half of the field, and it's Jonathan Tah just inside his own half. He tries to play the ball through there to Kroos, and Kroos is fouled, and Xhaka doesn't agree with that, but it is going to be a free kick. Granit Xhaka, not one of the ones on a yellow card, and it looks like he just went into the back leg of Toni Kroos. So it's a free kick to Germany, and Toni Kroos sets the ball off to Joshua Kimmich down the right-hand side. Expect Kimmich to get forward a lot in this game. Here's Toni Kroos again, the architect of so much for Germany. Beautiful long ball there to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt holds the ball up on the left-hand side and gives it to Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah to Anderlecht. Anderlecht back to Kroos. Kroos just tried to find Jamal Musiala, but that's good work by Granit Xhaka, the Swiss captain. Unfortunately for him, though, he plays it into the back of Ndoye, and Germany get possession back. Here's Toni Kroos again. Kroos plays the ball forward to Gundogan, the captain. Gundogan drops it back to Tah. Mittelstadt down the left. There's a quick one-touch pass to Florian Wirtz, and now Mittelstadt's away down the left-hand side. The cross coming in there, and it was so close there, but from Jamal Musiala, it's back to Germany take a one-goal lead against Robert Anderlecht. Well, Robert Anderlecht has given Germany the lead, and what a strike! It looks, I would say, that Jan Sommer probably should have done better, but Anderlecht is the goal scorer, and it comes on the 17th minute mark, and he celebrates. Germany celebrate. They take a one-goal lead, and, well, that is a wonderful goal by Robert Anderlecht, and Germany take the one-goal lead. And at the moment, they are heading on to the group stage, to the round of 16 as the group winners. It's a poor piece of goalkeeping, really, from Jan Sommer's standards. It has to be said. That is one he really should have kept out, as it bounced over him. And at the moment, though, it is being checked by VAR for a potential foul on Switzerland. I'm just going to check and see, because it looks like it's being reviewed. The referee's over by the monitor there. I'm just trying to see. It is, I think it's for a foul on Rodriguez. So the goal will not stand. It is a foul on Ricardo Rodriguez, and the goal has been disallowed. It remains at 0-0. And, well, that's disappointing for Germany, but it'll be a sigh of relief for Jan Sommer in the German goal. And, well, it's unfortunate for Anderlecht. Goal goes back to the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, and we are still 0-0 in this game. Goal disallowed on the 17th minute by Robert Anderlecht. As we take a look at this again, it's going to be a throw-in on this, just down this left-hand side as far as Switzerland are concerned. And it's forward to Embolo, and Embolo is fouled that time by Rudiger, and it's going to be a free kick for Switzerland. 0-0 here. Goal disallowed on 17 minutes from Robert Anderlecht for a foul. It was a foul by Jamal Musiala on Ricardo Rodriguez. That was the reason why the goal was disallowed. And having looked at it myself, I have to say that did look very much like a bad tackle by Jamal Musiala. So the free kick is going to be taken. And standing over this is Michel Abacha. And it just stepping over it is going to be Abacha. Launches the ball in. It's headed out that time by Kai Havertz. And it's picked up down this right-hand side by Ryder. Ryder drops the ball back to Abacha. Rodriguez. Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, the Swiss captain. He lifts the ball forward, and that's a good interception by Kai Havertz. And now Germany on the way with Gundogan. Gives the ball to Musiala. Musiala back to Florian Wirtz. Just a quick back flick to Musiala. Musiala under pressure by two Swiss players, Freuler and the number 26 there for Switzerland, Ryder. Coming forward now is Germany. It's lifted up over the top to Gundogan. Gundogan, he's in the penalty area. He just takes a step back though. It's onside according to the official. Flicked over on the far side to Kimmich. Kimmich tries to get the cross in. Oh, it's headed out by Manuel Akanji. And finally, the flag goes up. And that is extremely late. Extremely, even by the standards if you're not sure. And I have to be honest, how can the referee not spot that? It was so blatant, not the referee, the assistant. How can he not spot that? It's right in his line. I mean, just raise your flag. What are you waiting for? It was so obvious. Anyway, here's Manuel Akanji. He drops the ball back to Jan Sommer. And Sommer releases the ball to Manuel Akanji. And he plays the ball down the left-hand side. And it's picked up here by Fabian Schär. He goes back to Jan Sommer. Sommer, of course, spent a short period of time at Bayern Munich. And here's Sylvain Widmer. Widmer just tries to play the ball forward there, looking for Ryder, but getting in the way was Toni Kroos. That was a good challenge by Kroos. We still have no goals at the other game between Scotland and Hungary. Ross Vernon commentating on that one. Scotland needing a win if they want to finish in third place and potentially qualify. Here's the ball now. It's Remo Freuler. Freuler does a quick 1-2 with Widmer. And just winning the ball here is Xhaka, but he's fouled by Jamal Musiala. It's going to be a free kick. And Germany now, they are buoyed by that goal that has been disallowed. Is Manuel Akanji, just inside his own half of the field. Akanji drops the ball down this near side to Fabian Schär as Switzerland just trying to slow things down a little bit here. And it's now with Granit Xhaka, the former Arsenal player. And it's picked up on this side by Manuel Akanji. He drops the ball to Fabian Schär. Fabian Schär, long ball over to the left-hand side. And just trying to get on the end of that is Rodriguez. And Rodriguez pulls the ball back here. And it's Abacha. Abacha just drops the ball back here to Akanji, who's inside the Germany half right now. And on the far side there is Rodriguez again. But chasing this one down here is Abacha, but Rüdiger gets in front of that and puts it back to Manuel Neuer, who clears the ball right-footed into the Swiss half of the field. It's launched back in by Fabian Schär, and it's comfortably been picked up by Rüdiger, who just goes back again to the goalkeeper Neuer, who once again pumps that ball downfield. The heads go up, and it's just won by Rodriguez there. But he only finds the number 6, Joshua Kimmich, and Anderlecht there just being forced to try to keep that in play as Kimmich wasn't able to make the pass correctly there. Goes back to the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. And the ball is played forward by Jonathan Tah. And Gundogan picks up the ball. He gives the ball there to Toni Kroos. Kroos, nice little pass there, midway inside the Germany half of the field. And the ball is with Anderlecht. Gives the ball back to Toni Kroos. Kroos to Musiala. Musiala just over the halfway line now. He's got options left and right. Gives the ball there to the number 18, Maximilian Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt back to Musiala, to Toni Kroos. Kroos holds the ball up. Gives the ball again to Anderlecht. Anderlecht now to Rüdiger. Rüdiger, nice ball by Rüdiger down to the right-hand side. And it's picked up by Kai Havertz, just making his way back towards his own half. He drops the ball back into his own half of the field. It's picked up by Kroos. He does a quick 1-2 with Anderlecht. Kroos has the ball back. Oh, a beautiful ball by Kroos. Right down to this left-hand side to Mittelstadt. Back to Jonathan Tah. Tah. Back to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt to Anderlecht. Anderlecht to Florian Wirtz, and Wirtz is dispossessed by Embolo, and he tries to send off Ndoye on his way, but that just didn't work out, and a yellow card has been flashed in the face of Ndoye, and that's another Swiss player on a yellow card for a pretty pointless foul, really. Let's have a look. That was on Rudiger there. It was a pretty pointless challenge. He made no attempt to win the ball. It's certainly a yellow card, and the free kick will have to be brought back. That's surely not from the right place. Kroos, using his experience there, just basically moves the ball a few yards to the right and will then take the free kick, and he gives it to Anderlecht. Back to Toni Kroos. Kroos gives it to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Kroos again. Kroos just gives the ball, does a quick 1-2 with Florian Wirtz and gives the ball to Anderlecht. And now it goes back to Jonathan Tah, who gives the ball to the evergreen Manuel Neuer. Neuer drops the ball there to Rudiger. Rudiger down the right-hand side gives it to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich moving into the middle of the park now, still midway inside the Germany half of the field. Here is Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt gives the ball to Musiala, who skips away there from Schär, and gives the ball now to Gundogan. Gundogan sends a beautiful ball over to the right to Kai Havertz. Havertz, corner of the penalty area, right-hand side, gives the ball to Wirtz. Wirtz holds the ball up, corner of the penalty area, gives the ball back there to Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos lifts the ball over the top into the penalty area to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt's ball is disappointing. It goes over the top. I wonder if he was just caught between shooting and crossing there. In the end, he did neither, and the ball goes over the top and out of play. And we've had 26 minutes gone here at Deutsche Bank Park in Frankfurt. It is Switzerland 0, Germany 0, as we look again at that disallowed goal. And Jan Sommer will not want to look at that again, and will feel mightily relieved that was disallowed. Switzerland now building up from the back. Here's Fabian Schär. Gives it back to Jan Sommer, the goalkeeper. Sommer releases it to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka holds the ball up there to Fabian Schär, and he goes back to Jan Sommer again. And it's also 27 minutes gone in the Scotland versus Hungary game. Game still 0-0 there. Scotland, of course, needing a win to qualify. Hungary needing a win to have any chance of finishing in third place. As the ball is flicked on there by the number 19 Ndoye. He just tried to lift the ball over Tah's head, but he got that wrong. It went all the way through to Manuel Neuer. Here's Kimmich. He gets the ball back off Wirtz. Kimmich just goes back again to Rudiger, who gives the ball to Jonathan Tah. Tah drops the ball forward to the Toni Kroos, and now coming forward now is Switzerland with the number 26 rider, and it's inside the penalty area to Freuler. Freuler with a cross to it, and yes, it's Ndoye, and it's 1-0 to Switzerland. And for the first time in these Euros, Germany fall a goal behind, and the goal scorer is Dan Ndoye, and Germany are 1 down at home to the Swiss, and the Swiss team now are going to be looking at, they will top the group as it stands. The goal on 28 minutes for Dan Ndoye, and Germany are behind, and Switzerland are in front. Let's take a look at this goal again. It was Ryder that just played the ball to Freuler. It was Freuler's ball in the middle, and that looks offside to me. Surely VAR will review this. That looks offside. It was caught on the volley by Dan Ndoye, and just got his foot on that, puts it way past Neuer. But it looked like Ndoye had just gone a second or two early there. But I don't know whether this is going to be reviewed by VAR or not. It looked to me like he might be in an offside position. I stand to be corrected, of course. I might be wrong. But we will see in a moment if that is the case. Nope, the goal stands, and Switzerland take a 1-goal lead with the goal from Dan Ndoye on 25 minutes. And we're going to take a look now and see about Germany's resolve here to see if they can come from behind to try to salvage this result. The German fans not looking too pleased with that. And I have to be honest, they were nowhere near close to N'Doye as he celebrates his first goal of the competition. And it now means that Switzerland moved to 7 points, just 1 point ahead of Germany, as Rudiger loses possession, and it's N'Doye again! And my goodness me, it was nearly 2. And Dan N'Doye, again, this time, just got the better of Rudiger, as once again, some very poor defending by Germany here. Rudiger just tries, he allowed N'Doye to get goal side of him, and Neuer was beaten, and it literally might have even grazed the outside of the post. It was so close. It's 1-0 to Switzerland still, but that's Germany have had the warning. They're a goal down and was very nearly 2 down there. Here's Rudiger, and it's Jonathan Tah now to Maximilian Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt over the halfway line, and it's a long ball forward to Kai Havertz. Can he bring that ball down? Oh, he does very, very well. And gives it back to Wirtz, and it's Gundogan. Gundogan tried to backheel to let Havertz through, but the Swiss defence not falling for that one. And here's Arbeischer. Arbeischer just drops the ball back there to Granit Xhaka. Comment in the comment section. We'll read that out. Rustmut Noor says, thanks for this. No problem. We hope you enjoy it. My stream is in another language, so I need this. So, well, no problem at all. Please feel free to subscribe. We'd like you to be a regular. And we're covering Premier League games from the start of next season as well, amongst other competitions too. As here is Toni Kroos. Kroos holds the ball up just inside his own half of the field. Gives the ball there to Wirtz. Wirtz moves into the centre of the park. Still in the halfway line circle. He gives the ball there to Gundogan. Gundogan across to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich just holds the ball up and he drops it back to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Jonathan Tah. Germany still behind here by that goal from N'Doye. And that is the difference between the two sides right now. Here is Rudiger again. Gives it back to Jonathan Tah. It's still 0-0 in Scotland's game. Of course, this score does mean that as it stands, there's no chance for Scotland to finish in the top 2. But could qualify as one of the best third place finishing teams. But they need to win to be able to do that. They're still 0-0 right now. Here is Kroos. He gives the ball to Musiala. Musiala down this left-hand side now. Flicks the ball forward there to Andrich. Andrich with a shot. It takes a vicious deflection off Granit Xhaka and goes behind for a corner kick for Germany. Let's see whether they do anything from this corner. As we take a look again at that, and it's deemed to be onside. It looks like it is too. When you look at that as well on the replay, very close, it does look like it's onside. So Switzerland, right decision call on VAR again, which we've seen a lot in these Euros. We've certainly seen a lot of the European teams European referees getting it right. I can't say we've seen the English teams getting it right, the English referees. Anyway, the corner is coming in by Kroos. The heads go up, and it's just flicked into the air by Andrich. And again, out by Fabian Schär, and to find N'Doye again. N'Doye, but cutting across there is Maximilian Mittelstadt. And Mittelstadt goes down from the foul from N'Doye, and N'Doye has already been booked. And he has. N'Doye has already been booked. Although perhaps not. It's a flip anyway. And Mittelstadt is, and you can see the straight out there was the German head coach Julian Nagelsmann. As look at this again, and here is Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt gives the ball to Kroos, and just getting in the way there was Arbeischer, as just some sloppy play there. Widmer wins the ball back, and a foul by Gundogan on Fabian Schär, and it's going to be a free kick. Well, Dan N'Doye has been booked. He's one of the players on a yellow card. So if he has to be very careful, because fouls like that could earn him a second yellow. The ball is played long, and it's picked up by N'Doye again down the left-hand side. N'Doye pulls it back to the middle. It's now with Ryder, and Ryder just drops the ball back there to Akanji. Akanji gives the ball down this near side to Freuler. Freuler slips, and nipping in there is Florian Wirtz. And he goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. Neuer clears the ball downfield, and it's comfortably won by Manuel Akanji, as he does a quick 1-2 there with Arbasher, and it goes back to the goalkeeper from Manuel Akanji, and Sommer releases the ball to Akanji. Corner in the penalty area down the left-hand side as far as Switzerland are concerned. And it's Akanji again. Back to the goalkeeper, and Manuel Akanji just releases the ball there to Fabian Schär, gives it back to Sommer. Sommer clears it downfield, but nipping in is Jonathan Tah into the penalty area again, and the head is up in the air by Akanji, but not far enough. Finally, just headed back to the goalkeeper from Granit Xhaka. So we've got 9 minutes to go till half-time here at Deutsche Bank Park. Just to make you aware, at half-time we will go for a 15-minute break, but we'll be back for the second half at Deutsche Bank Park. Here's Sylvain Widmer. Widmer plays the ball forward there to Ryder, and back to Widmer now then. Surrounding Embolo there is Mittelstadt and Jonathan Tah, and almost setting N'Doye away again, who's been a real thorn in this German defence in this first half. But they win the ball back to Germany, and over the halfway line is Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich now approaching the penalty area, plays the ball across to Mittelstadt. What can he do with it now, Mittelstadt? He drops the ball back there to Toni Kroos. Flicks back there to Kimmich, who flicked the ball into the Switzerland penalty area. But there is nobody there but the goalkeeper. And waiting there to pick up the ball was Jan Sommer. As we take a look at the Swiss fans, obviously delighted right now that their side are winning 1-0 and are so far heading to the top of the group. And the group winners will play the runners-up in Group C as it stands. As there is a foul there, and a yellow card is going to be issued. And if that goes to Jonathan Tah, he is going to miss the next game. But we're just going to see there's two players down. The referee has got the card out. I'm just waiting to see who he's going to show it to. Jonathan Tah is still down. As Jonathan Tah so high with a boot there, catching Embolo, and he's going to get a yellow card for that. And what a silly challenge, because that does mean that Jonathan Tah is going to miss the next game, because the referee has his card out, and it'll be a yellow card. So Germany's Jonathan Tah will miss the next match, which is of course the round of 16. And so it continues to get it continues to get bad for Germany, worse for them. Things aren't getting any better at the moment as we take a look at the goal again by N'Doye. Just got a flick on it with his boot, and it's enough to turn it away from Manuel Neuer. And Germany at the moment a goal down. They're of course going to miss Jonathan Tah for the next game, which is a big loss for Germany. They have options on the bench, of course, for as replacements, but that is a big loss for Germany as the ball is played forward by Fabian Schär, but that is a good block by Maximilian Wischel. By Florian Wirtz, gets in the way of that clearance by Schär. It goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in taken quickly by Sylvain Widmer. It's won back there by Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt plays the ball forward, and chasing this one down is Wirtz. And Akanji just goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. Sommer's clearance is, well, it's not the best, is it? It goes as far as Robert Anderich. Anderich gives the ball to Toni Kroos. Kroos down the right-hand side here to the number 17, Florian Wirtz. Wirtz gets to the byline, gets across into Havertz, but nipping in front there is Remo Freuler with a good interception, and he puts the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in, level with the 6-yard box for Germany down the right-hand side. Here's Antonio Rudiger with the ball. Rudiger drops the ball back to Jonathan Tah. Tah gives the ball there to Kroos. Kroos releases the ball to Kai Havertz. Good work by Havertz. Gets the ball back to Toni Kroos. And here's Gundogan. Gundogan, the captain for Germany now, gives the ball to Maximilian Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt drops the ball to Anderlecht. Anderlecht just looking for options available. He gives the ball to Kroos. And now here's Gundogan. Gundogan back heels the ball to Wirtz. Wirtz back to Anderlecht. And here's Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt back to Anderlecht. Anderlecht to, that's a poor ball by Gundogan. And coming back to tidy up this mess. Well, he ended up conceding a corner there, did Ricardo Rodriguez. He went over there to clear that up, and he ended up conceding the corner. And the corner is taken quickly. Kroos to Musiala. Musiala back to Kroos. Kroos gets a crossing towards the back post, and there's Rudiger, but he heads the ball wide. And a disappointing finish in the end by Rudiger. And it goes wide, but it was taken quickly to Kroos. Kroos to Musiala. Musiala slipped on the surface, and Kroos then got the cross into the back post, and Rudiger was there, but he heads it wide. Should have done a little better with that. It's just heading the ball wide, and it's going to be a goal kick. As it's cleared downfield now by Jan Sommer, and one in the air here by Mbolo. Mbolo brings the ball down well, just inside his own half. He's giving it away, Mbolo. And here's Musiala. Real chance for Germany. Musiala plays the ball across to Havertz with the shot. But it's ballooned over the crossbar, and another disappointing attempt at goal, this time by Kai Havertz. I think Nagelsmann will not be impressed with the finishing for Germany in this first half. It really has not been the best, and the creativity is lacking somewhat, and they are a goal down, finishing second in this group. And, I'm just waiting for Jan Sommer to take the goal kick. Jan Sommer clears the ball downfield, and it's won back by Mittelstadt. The ball goes off Mbola and goes out of play for a throw-in to Germany. As second in Group A will play the second in Group B. So there's potentially Italy or Spain awaiting Germany if they cannot get back into this game. And the ball is played long over on the far side now, left-hand side, to Mittelstadt with a cross. It's headed out there by Ricardo Rodriguez. Back to Anderlecht with the shot, but it's wide. So the second in this group is going to play the second in Group B. And if we're being honest, that's likely to be Italy or Spain. And I can't see Germany wanting either of those games, to be honest. But that's what's awaiting them if they cannot get back into this game. It's a goal kick now to be taken by Jan Sommer, cleared downfield. We've got 2 minutes left in this first half, and then we'll take a 15-minute break, and we'll be back for the second half. It's Anderlecht sends the ball back to Manuel Neuer. Neuer looking to clear the ball downfield. It's tried to be flicked on by Gundogan, but it's won by Freuler in the air. And here's Michel Abaisha. Abaisha out wide here to Ndoye, the goal scorer. Ndoye surrounded by Rudiger and Musiala. He tries to play the ball through, but there is nobody there but Robert Anderlecht, and he leaves the ball for Manuel Neuer, and he releases it quickly to Joshua Kimmich. Goes back to Neuer, and here's Jonathan Tah. Germany being pressed here, and they don't like it, and they're giving the ball away, but they have won it back now, and finally Germany can storm forward with Florian Wirtz. Wirtz infield to Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan towards the right-hand side to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich, edge of corner of the penalty area, right-hand side, back to Kroos. Kroos tries to play the ball through to Jamal Musiala, but that's a poor one, and it's won back by Manuel Akanji. He puts the ball out of play. There is a minute of stoppage time at the end of the Scotland and Hungary game. 0-0 there. if you want to listen to that game's on the TC Hub and JB Sports. If you are wanting to listen to who will the potential be the winner of Group A, you're in the right place. Here is Mittelstadt down the left-hand side to Jamal Musiala. Jamal Musiala trying to beat 2 or 3 players here. He's turning back and gives the ball to Mittelstadt. Crosses the ball in towards the back post, but it goes over everybody's head and goes out of play. And it is nil. It remains 1-0 to Switzerland as the ball goes behind, as we are going into stoppage time here. And there is going to be 2 minutes stoppage time at the end of this first half. And 2 minutes for Germany to get back into this before half time. Otherwise, we'll see what Julian Nagelsmann does at half time as the ball is cleared downfield by Jan Sommer. The header is won by Jonathan Tah, hooked back into the Germany half of the field by Granit Xhaka, but it goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in. As we've played 30 seconds of the allotted 2 minutes. It is 1-0 here to Switzerland against Germany. And the throw-in to be taken by Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt back to Jonathan Tah. Tah releases the ball to Rudiger. Rudiger drops the ball over there to Kimmich. Kimmich. And he gives the ball back to Rudiger, who gives the ball to Jonathan Tah. Here's Toni Kroos. Kroos gives the ball to Anderlecht. Anderlecht over to Rudiger. Down to Kimmich. Kimmich holds the ball up and drops the ball back to Rudiger. And now to Anderlecht. Back to Rudiger. Back to Anderlecht as ball is played forward to Wirtz. Wirtz to Musiala. Musiala surrounded there by Rodriguez and Ndoye. Finally releases the ball back to Rudiger. And Musiala again looking for space in front of him. And there is the pass to Kimmich. Kimmich goes back to Rudiger, back to Gundogan, and here's Kroos. And to Jonathan Tah. Tah just quickly lay it off to Wirtz, and he lays it off to Rudiger. One touch passing by Germany. Here's Wirtz. Wirtz's pass is a poor one. And Michel Albasha just trying to clear this ball, but I think it's gone out of play. And that is half-time. And it's half-time also in the Scotland game as well. But a goal on 28 minutes by Dan Ndoye, just getting on the end of a cross from Remo Freuler to knock the ball past Manuel Neuer is the difference. A goal disallowed by Robert Anderlecht on 17 minutes for a foul on Ricardo Rodriguez. It means that at half-time, Switzerland are in pole position to finish top of their group, and it's 0-0 at half-time. We will be back for the second half in just 15 minutes' time. So the players are coming out now for the start of the second half. As we, I'm just going to check to see if there's any substitutions at the moment. And what I can tell you from what I can see, there isn't, but we'll just wait and see now. If any late ones are announced, as the German team make their way out onto the field for the start of the second half. And Tony Kroos there. What I can see, I don't see anything from Germany's perspective. Of course, they can only get the second half underway at the same time the Scotland game gets underway as well. As it doesn't look like, I can't imagine Switzerland making any changes, but I also don't see any from a German perspective either. As just seeing, yes, no changes at half time. So the second half is about to get underway. And our referee, Daniel Osata, just waiting for confirmation that the Scotland game has gotten underway and we can kick off the second half here. Here we go. So Switzerland kick off the second half, attacking the goal to our left. And the ball is played forward there to Endoy. He just plays it off Mittelstadt, and it goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in, actually. And it turns out to be a throw-in to Switzerland. And Mittelstadt just got the final touch there as it's thrown back into the Swiss half of the field, and it goes back all the way to Jan Sommer in the Swiss goal as it's cleared downfield now, but he only finds Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger just lifts the ball over Endoy and gives it to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich drops the ball back to Rudiger. As I'm just going to run through the lineups for you for Switzerland. Sommer, Schär, Akanji, Rodriguez, Abasha, Xhaka, Freuler, Widmer, Ryder, Embolo and Endoy. The goal scorer for Germany: Neuer, Mittelstadt, Tah, Rudiger, Kimmich, Anderich, Klose, Wirtz, Gundogan and Musiala and Havertz. As here's Granit Xhaka now. He heads the ball down the right-hand side. Picking up that ball is Ryder. And he runs the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in for Germany, which is taken quickly by Mittelstadt. Goes back to Neuer. Neuer releases the ball to Jonathan Tah and gives it to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt plays it forward to Wirtz. Wirtz drops the ball back to Jonathan Tah again. And Jonathan Tah goes long looking for Kai Havertz. Up in the air with Rodriguez there, but in the end it breaks loose to the number 20 there, Michel Abasha, and he plays the ball forward here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays the ball into the middle of the park, into the centre circle. It's given to Embolo now. He's got a bit of space to run. He's been closely marked in this first half. Embolo plays the ball through to Xhaka. Oh, and he slips at the vital moment. Oh, that would have been such a shame for Granit Xhaka. At the vital moment, he slipped. Otherwise, he was one-on-one with Manuel Neuer. First real chance as his second half gets underway here at Deutsche Bank Park. Here is Antonio Rudiger now. Rudiger drops the ball back to Jonathan Tah. As once again, really, Germany's defence falling asleep, really, there to allow that chance in the first place. Rudiger gives the ball to Kimmich. Kimmich goes back to Antonio Rudiger, and he goes back to Manuel Neuer. It is still 1-0 to the Swiss in this first half. And Manuel Neuer has the ball at his feet now. Still 0-0 in the other game as well. Start of the second half then between Scotland and Hungary. The ball is played forward. It's just run down there by Abasha. It's flicked on here to Embolo. Embolo gets himself into the penalty area and he's surrounded by three players, and it's Robert Anderich in the end that forced Embolo to just run the ball behind for a goal kick. As the second half is 3 minutes old here. As we look again at that slip, it's actually Widmer who made the slip there, and you could see the frustration on his face. The ball is played forward here to Gundogan. Gundogan plays the ball there to Kimmich. Kimmich tried to send off Musiala down his way, down the right-hand side. Across with him is Rodriguez. Arbaicha comes to help. Arbaicha comes into the back of Musiala. Nothing given by the referee, but the clearance is only found there by Rudiger, who goes down clutching his ankle. And Rudiger is getting guess the free kick was given for the tackle on Rudiger, and there's a long ball there looking for Mittelstadt, but it's far away from the left back and goes out of play for a throw into Switzerland, as Germany have started the second half looking fairly fractured early on. It's a throw into Switzerland. It's going to be taken by Widmer. Widmer just taking his time here, tries to throw it long, looking for the chasing N'Doye. N'Doye, that's good, well met by Rudiger, and he makes a fine challenge on the goal scorer. And he slips the ball to Mittelstadt, who lifts the ball onto Wirtz. Wirtz flicks it on to Musiala, who flicks the ball on there to Kroos. Kroos gives the ball to Kimmich. Kimmich, forward with him is Kai Havertz, who should be in the centre, who's been playing most of this game down the right-hand side. Kimmich gives the ball to Kroos. Kroos. And it gives it to Wirtz. Wirtz plays the ball through to Musiala. Can Musiala get a shot away? And he can, but it's a good save by Jan Sommer. It breaks loose for Gundogan, who plays the ball with a shot there wide of the goal. But that's the first real sight on goal Germany have had since the goal that was disallowed. Florian Wirtz got the shot, but it's a well-palmed save by Jan Sommer. It broke loose to Musiala. Who struck to Gundogan rather, who struck the shot wide, and it is 1-0 still to Switzerland. The ball is played forward. It's knocked on by Arbeischer to Embolo. Embolo gives the ball out on the right-hand side here to Freuler. Freuler in the middle to Xhaka. Xhaka just tries to play the ball through there, stopped by Musiala, but breaks through to Widmer. Back to Freuler. Freuler to Granit Xhaka, corner of the penalty area, right-hand side, across to Ryder. Ryder goes down under the challenge. The referee says no goal there, and play goes on. And here is Maximilian Mittelstadt for Germany now, who really have struggled to create anything in this game, really, it has to be said. Here is Kroos. Kroos forward down the left-hand side here, and it's Florian Wirtz storming forward for Germany. Let's see what they can create with this. Toni Kroos lifts the ball to Kimmich on the back post. It's headed on by Kimmich, but he only finds Manuel Akanji, who just heads the ball out to Rodriguez. And is dispossessed there by Kimmich. Referee saying play on. Toni Kroos to Gundogan. Back to Kimmich, corner of the penalty area, right-hand side. Kimmich across there to Anderlecht. Anderlecht back to Toni Kroos. Kroos down the right here to Rudiger. Rudiger back to Kroos, who swings across into Gundogan. It's headed up and away there by Fabian Schär to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt back to the edge of the area to Anderlecht. Anderlecht swings the ball in, but it goes over everybody's head and into the goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. And as much as this game has gone on for Germany, this is really what has been the problem. The final ball into the middle has been lacking, really, for the Germans, as the ball is played forward here by Fabian Schär, and chasing this one down is Rieder, but that is good work by Anderlecht, just forcing the ball out of play. As we look again at that challenge, I think it's on Ryder, I should say, not Rieder, and it goes down under pressure. I don't think there was enough contact there at all for it to warrant any kind of a foul. I think Daniel Osata made the right decision there. Throw into Switzerland, taken quickly to Remo Freuler. Freuler goes down, that'll be a free kick. Or will it? No, Daniel Osata says no, and Germany breaking away now with Wirtz. Florian Wirtz gives the ball down this near side to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich just holds the ball up and drops the ball back into the midfield to Toni Kroos. And here's Anderlecht over to the left-hand side to Mittelstadt. Mittelstadt tried to go in there and reach the ball. He wasn't able to. And also just avoiding that challenge, I think, was Widmer there. And in the end, the ball goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in. As Scotland 0, Hungary 0. It's the latest score there. So not a lot of goals around, just the one here from N'Doye on 28 minutes for the Swiss. As here is Jonathan Tah just getting ahead of Embolo. Freuler trying to win the ball back, but that's good play by Tony Kroos, and it's played back there by Kimmich to Rudiger. Rudiger goes long, looking for Havertz. Havertz brings the ball down, and it's corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Havertz releases it to Musiala. Musiala cutting into the edge of the penalty area, back to Andrich, and it now comes back to Kimmich with a shot, but it's just wide. And, well, it was covered, I would say, by the goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. It actually came to Tony Kroos here on the edge of the penalty area. It was further wide than I initially gave it credit for. Disappointing effort in the end, really, by Kimmich. And it's a goal kick, which is going to be taken by Manuel Akanji. Is he just going to lay it off to Jan Sommer, we've seen so often in the Premier League this last season? No, he lifts the ball forward, does Akanji, and is able to find Ndoye. Ndoye is dispossessed, but illegally, by Rudiger, and it's going to be a free kick to Switzerland, as Germany really, I can only see them looking at making changes as this game goes on. I think certainly past the hour mark, Julian Nagelsmann will look to make a change. Here's Granit Xhaka, long ball forward, and he was looking for Sylvain Widmer, but that ball goes over his head and out of play for a throw-in to Germany, as the German substitutes just chatting amongst themselves. You've got to think that Nicholas Füllkrug, perhaps Leroy Sané, Muller maybe an option. Ndoye tries to play the ball forward through to Embolo, but that goes through to the goalkeeper. Just a bit too much mustard on that pass by Ndoye. And goes straight through to Manuel Neuer, who releases it to Rudiger. And who gives it back to Kimmich, who tried to go back to Neuer, but it's picked up by Ndoye. Ndoye down the left-hand side to Arbasher. Arbasher back to Xhaka. Arbasher. And Arbasher just drops the ball there back to Manuel Akanji. Akanji plays the ball forward back to Arbasher. Arbasher. And now back to Arbasher again there. This time just a quick 1-2. That time with Xhaka. Arbasher plays the ball across to Fabian Schär, who tries to play the ball forward through to Embolo, who this time gets a foul by Jonathan Tah. Needs to be careful. Jonathan Tah has already been booked today, doesn't want to get sent off. Yes, and he has to be very careful here, does Jonathan Tah. He made no attempt to win that ball. And he has to be very, very careful. He's on a yellow card. We've had 11 minutes gone at the start of the second half. He's still protesting. He needs to leave it alone. The free kick is taken quickly by Schär. And away now down the right-hand side is Freuler. Freuler cuts inside, but winning that ball is Mittelstadt. And Mittelstadt is fouled by Freuler. It's going to be a free kick. Freuler can't believe it. Let's take a look at that again. Well, I think Mittelstadt goes down fairly easily there, doesn't he? It's going to be a free kick goal for Germany. Get away with one there. Here's Rudiger. Back to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich plays the ball forward, but it is a poor ball, and it's comfortably picked up by Akanji, who drops it back to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez's ball is given away. And here's Kai Havertz. He's got options down the left-hand side, Havertz. He goes into the penalty area, and it's picked up here by Kimmich. Wirtz is there too. He tries to get the cross in, Kimmich, but that is a good block by Granit Xhaka, and it's going to be a corner for Germany as they hunt a way to try to get back into this game, because right now the final ball just isn't there for them at the moment. And that's a good work by Manuel Akanji on that challenge as well from Kai Havertz. As corner is going to be taken by Tony Kroos. We're used to the outswinger from Kroos. And it's swung in and it's headed away by Akanji to the edge of the area to Jamal Musiala, who heads the ball back in. Tah tries to win the header, but it's won by Schär. Back to the edge of the area to Musiala. Musiala skips into the penalty area. Gundogan tries to get the cross in, but it's a good block by Sylvain Widmer. And it's going to be another corner to Germany. It is still 1-0 to the Swiss here. We're approaching the hour mark. Switzerland have the lead. It is still 0-0 in the Scotland versus Hungary game. The corner is going to be swung in, and it looks like it's going to be. Is it going to be Kroos again? Yes, it is. This time from the left-hand side. And Germany have Anderlecht, Tah, and Rudiger just waiting to storm into the 6-yard box with Joshua Kimmich on the goal line to try to create havoc for Jan Sommer. We've got the roof on here at Deutsche Bank Park. The corner swung in, heads go up, and it breaks loose, and Jonathan Tah chasing this one back, but cutting across here is Ndoye, who's just been fabulous today for Switzerland. Ndoye holds up the ball. There's a couple of substitutions action on the Germany bench, and it's looking like there may be some substitution for Germany. There is Schlotterbeck looking to come on at the moment, and also David Raum, which is interesting, because certainly I think the problems are more really in the attacking role. Here is Kai Havertz for Germany, right-hand side, gives it to Kimmich. Kimmich gets the cross in, and there's nobody there but Wirtz on the corner of the penalty area on the left-hand side, and just trying to get ahead of him is Rieder, and Rieder has the ball now inside the centre circle, and the Swiss are breaking forward in numbers. Rieder gives the ball to Ndoye down the left-hand side. Ndoye picks up the ball now. He's at the corner of the penalty area, Ndoye. He's got Rudiger in front of him, joined by Joshua Kimmich. He drops the ball back here to Arbeischer, to Xhaka, to Arbeischer. Arbeischer plays the ball into the middle, and Rieder struggling to keep possession of the ball, and the referee blows his whistle, and we are going to have a free kick for Germany just inside their own penalty area. As the referee now, it looks like, yes, Jonathan Tah is coming off for Nico Schlotterbeck. And also coming off is Maximilian Mittelstadt. So about the substitutes you would expect, given Tah has been booked. No changes on the attacking front yet, as Nico Schlotterbeck and David Raum come on. David Raum wearing 3, Schlotterbeck wearing number 15. Schlotterbeck will probably go into that position in the next round for Jonathan Tah, as he is suspended with that second yellow card today. And the ball is with Jamal Musiala. It's now with Joshua Kimmich as Germany come forward. It's Rudiger to Kroos to Anderlecht to Schlotterbeck. And here's Raum. David Raum drops the ball back to Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck holds the ball up. Drops the ball back to Rudiger. We've had 62 minutes gone here. It's Switzerland 1, Germany 0. As here's Rudiger again, one more time. Holds the ball up, Rudiger. He's got a lot of options, especially over on the left-hand side. David Raum over there, Kimmich on the right. Kimmich makes the run and into the penalty area, picks up the ball, but that is a really good challenge by Michel Arbeischer, stopping Kimmich in his tracks. And it's going to be a throw-in now. It was a beautiful ball over the top there by Rudiger. Picks out Kimmich perfectly, but coming across to make that fine challenge there was Michel Arbeischer. And it's going to be a corner for Germany, and it's Toni Kroos. Rudiger in there, Kroos for the corner. Rudiger tried to win the header. It breaks out loose to the edge of the area to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz releases the ball here to Anderlecht. Anderlecht to Kroos. Kroos, the winner of this match, will play the runners-up in Group C. The runners-up will play the runners-up in Group B. The shot coming in there by Toni Kroos, and it's over the crossbar, and a goal kick. And again, it is still 1-0 to the Swiss, who are in pole position right now to take top spot. As we look at this corner again from Toni Kroos, that was flicked out actually by Jan Sommer. Anyway, the ball's in the Germany half right now, and it's picked up by David Raum. Raum forward to Musiala. Musiala releases the ball here to Toni Kroos. Kroos now midway inside the Swiss half of the field. Gives the ball to Havertz. Back to Kroos. Now it's released to Wirtz. Wirtz to Havertz. Havertz looking to turn left and right. He releases it to Kimmich. Kimmich releases across, and there's Gundogan with a header. And it may have come off the defender Fabian Schär last. The referee agrees, and it's going to be a it's going to be another corner for Germany, and it's taken quickly. And Kroos swings across in, and there's a header again from Gundogan, but over the crossbar. It's a goal kick, actually, that time by Havertz. It is a goal kick. Well, still 0-0 here. Still 1-0 to Switzerland here. We're just waiting to see whether Germany are going to further extend their substitutions, because right now they're lacking some creativity at the moment. The final ball definitely is not there, as we look at an earlier shot there from Toni Kroos. His shot didn't quite catch it right. It was pulled wide, and it wasn't the best effort. As we're seeing some substitutions here. So it's 26 is coming on. Let's take a look at this. Get these substitutions for you. And Zeki so there's 3 substitutions, 26, 7 and 19 coming off. 26, 7 and 19 coming off. Also, we've just seen Anderich coming off. There's a whole bunch of substitutions. So Maximilian Bayer is coming on for Anderich. We'll get to that in a moment. I'll just get you the rest of these substitutions. Yes, Vargas and Dua is coming on. So we're going to list off these substitutions for you in a moment. Zeki, Abdouni. So Abdouni, Dua and Vargas are on, and Ndoye, Mbola and Ryder are off. And for Germany, Anderich is off, and coming on for the Germans is Maximilian Bayer, making his first appearance in these Euros. And so the referee has just stopped play here. As we look at, there's a stomping challenge there by Granit Xhaka on Maximilian, on Jamal Musiala, I should say. So it is going to be a free kick. Granit Xhaka gets a yellow card. And he has not been booked yet, so he's not in danger of missing the next game. But a booking for Granit Xhaka, it's a free kick, is going to be taken here by Toni Kroos. And it's about 45 yards out. Toni Kroos standing over this one. And the Swiss line, got a high line on the edge of the penalty area, as Germany searching for an equaliser. It's launched into the penalty area, headed out by Kanji, only as far as Ram. Ram plays in the middle, back to Havertz, and Havertz gets a header, and it's just over the crossbar. And once again, Germany just failing to create the goal-scoring chances that they need. And a comment from Luis: do you guys have a working link for the stream? We don't show streams. What you're listening to, Luis's audio coverage. We don't have working links for streams or anything like that. Here is Toni Kroos. He just releases the ball there to Schlotterbeck, who gives the ball to the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. And 69 minutes gone, and also about the same in the Scotland and Hungary game. 0-0 there still. So as it stands at the moment, Scotland looking at 2 points, which will take them into third place. May not be enough to qualify them. I think they really need a win. As here is Fabian Schär. Schär just gives the ball down there to Freuler. And again, the ball over on the far side to Xhaka. Xhaka tries to play the ball there, but Gundogan just gets in the way of that. And it's picked up on the edge of the area there by Dua. Dua releases the ball down the left here to Vargas. Ruben Vargas, the substitute. Vargas gets in the penalty area, gets the cross in. Oh, it's headed up into the air by Schlotterbeck. And finally breaks loose to Kimmich, who just shuffles that ball back to the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. And Neuer will release that. And the ball is released now to David Raum. Raum gives the ball forward there to Jamal Musiala. Musiala drops the ball back here to Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck, about 10 yards inside his own half, gives the ball to Musiala over the halfway line. He's almost dispossessed that time by Remo Freuler. And here is Musiala again. He gets a second bite at the cherry. Plays the ball through here to Raum. Raum's cross is disappointing. And Havertz just not there in time either. And now the Swiss have a chance to clear the ball forward. And it's cleared away that time by Ricardo Rodriguez. As here is one back here by Havertz. Havertz back to Wirtz. Wirtz inside the penalty area, just trying to get the ball across. It's a real chance for Kimmich. Oh, what an opportunity for Joshua Kimmich. And he took too long. In the end, it bounced off the number 14 for Germany, which is Maximilian Bayer. But Kimmich just got himself into a position. All he had to do was shoot. He took too long. It was a great piece of defending as well, though, by Manuel Akanji. Oh, that was a superb challenge by Manuel Akanji. That is a match-saving challenge, denying Joshua Kimmich, and in the end, it just goes through to the goalkeeper. But what a vital interception by Manuel Akanji. And Maximilian Bayer couldn't get on the end of it. There's a stoppage in play, as I think we may just be... There's a potential penalty check here now. There is a potential penalty check, but the check is over. So whatever it was a potential penalty check, but it's over. There's no further action. So it's going to be a throw-in. And there's complaints from both sides wanting to know what's going on. Granit Xhaka, as a captain, he can approach the referee. Daniel Osata has said there's no penalty, just get on with it. And it goes back to Jan Sommer. 65% possession for Germany. They've had 15 attempts and they just haven't been able to hit the target with hardly any of them. The ball is flicked on that time by the number 17 for Switzerland, which is Vargas, but it goes all the way through to Manuel Neuer. Neuer releases the ball and to Rudiger, and Rudiger fails to control it, and it goes out of play for a throw-in to Switzerland. And the throw-in is going to be taken by Michel Arbeitscher. Arbeitscher now with the throw-in. It's level with the penalty area. He in fact hands it off to Ricardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez almost level with the German penalty area, coming from the poor control from Antonio Rudiger, and the ball is played forward, but it's hooked away by Florian Wirtz, and Wirtz now just is dispossessed immediately that time. And here's Arbeitscher. Arbeitscher tries to play the ball forward, but it's cleared away that time by Rudiger into the Swiss half of the field, and it's won back by Fabian Schär, who plays the ball forward. Just looking for Widmer. Widmer plays it off David Raum, and it goes out of play for a throw-in for Germany. There's 18 minutes left here, and it's Switzerland 1, Germany 0. And despite all the possession and all the attempts, Germany have really created very little in this game. Here's Abdouni. Abdouni just beats two players. The ball breaks loose to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Zeki Abdouni. Abdouni tries to turn away from Rudiger, but the referee has called for a foul on Zeki Abdouni, and Germany have a free kick. And the free kick is taken quickly, but it's given away by Gundogan, and it comes back there to the edge of the area to Guado Doa, and it goes straight into the weight arms of Manuel Neuer, and here's Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan plays it back to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger, long ball over the top, and it's comfortably won back there by Manuel Akanji. Zeki Amdouni fights for it, but it breaks loose now to Jamal Musiala, who gives the ball to Kimmich. Kimmich does a quick 1-2 and he gets the ball to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Kimmich. Kimmich back to Gundogan. He's got Maximilian Bayer in front of him, also Florian Wirtz. Germany need to get something out of this game. A point will be enough to give them the top of the group. But so far, Switzerland are holding on. Here's Gundogan. Back to Rudiger. Into his own half to the number 15 for Germany there, which is Schlotterbeck. And Schlotterbeck just hands it off to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Kimmich. Kimmich tries to find Kroos, so it's a poor ball by Kimmich, and Germany now have given the ball away, and here's Doa again, the substitute down the left-hand side. He plays it in the middle there for the number 17, Vargas. Vargas gives it to Arbeischer. Arbeischer back to Xhaka. And Arbeischer again, just skipping away from two German players, and that's a free kick. Gundogan drops to his knees in protest, but that was a free kick. Still 0-0 between Scotland and Hungary. There's 14 minutes left there. Yes, Gundogan just catch Arbeischer. And finally, we're seeing Nicholas Füllkrug and Leroy Sané. Florian Wirtz is one to go off, and so is the other, Musiala. So Leroy Sané and Nicholas Füllkrug are coming on now for Germany, for Wirtz and Musiala. So Musiala goes off, and so does Florian Wirtz, as we'll probably see Kai Havertz switch to one of the flanks, and Füllkrug will go up front, as that amounts to the 5 substitutes now for Germany. The free kick is going to be taken by Vargas for Switzerland. It's just down the left-hand side. He swings it in. Heads go up, and that's tempted to be one there. It comes back to the edge of the area to Arbeischer, who attempts a spectacular, but he puts it in row Z. As we have 14 minutes to go here. In about 10 to 12 minutes' time, I will pick my player of the match, as Germany now with Schlotterbeck. And it's switched to Gundogan, back to Schlotterbeck, who plays the ball forward. And chasing this one down is Sané. Arbeischer plays it back to the goalkeeper. Füllkrug on the hunt as well. He's already got a goal in this tournament against Scotland. And here's David Raum. Raum releases it to Toni Kroos. Gundogan back to Kroos. Oh, good ball there. And it's Leroy Sané. Sané through to Havertz. Havertz goes down. The challenge is good. Füllkrug tries to get the ball in there, but it's cleared away. And finally, I think there will be a free kick for a foul by David Raum. And it's a free kick on the edge of the Switzerland penalty area for Switzerland, on the number 25, Zeki Amdouni, the current Burnley player. Burnley forward Zeki Amdouni. And it's a free kick now to be taken. It's cleared away and headed down there by Arbeischer. And there's Doa. Doa releases it to Amdouni. Amdouni got options to his left-hand side there, which he releases quickly to Embolo. Not Embolo, sorry, to Freuler. And back there now to Arbeischer. Here's Vargas. Vargas cuts inside. Just a quick 1-2 there with Vidmar. And the ball is played forward here to Doa. And he plays the ball through, but there is nobody there, and only Manuel Neuer there to pick up the ball. Still 1-0 to Switzerland. Here's Gundogan. Gundogan plays the ball to Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich drops the ball there now to the number 2, Rudiger. Schlotterbeck. And here is Gundogan. Gundogan finds Bayer. Bayer's ball is a bit wayward away from Leroy Sané, and Ricardo Rodriguez just pulls it to one side to Arbeischer. Arbeischer. Chasing this one back, it's Vargas under pressure from Gundogan. He's almost back to his own corner flag. That is a really good ball to Rodriguez, and that ball is played forward. Doa is challenged there. The referee says play on, and Rudiger will go all the way back to Manuel Neuer. And, well, Germany can come forward again now. Still 0-0 in the other game. 10 minutes to go there between Scotland and Hungary. Rudiger plays the ball long, looking for Maximilian Bayer. Can Bayer get behind Shaw there? He's not able to. He was bundled over, and now the Swiss can come forward with Granit Xhaka. His ball is a very poor one, and it's picked up by Nico Schlotterbeck. Schlotterbeck gives the ball to Gundogan. Gundogan down the right-hand side to Leroy Sané. Sané attacking the penalty area. He pulls back to the corner of the penalty area to Kimmich. Kimmich, is he fouled there that time by Vargas? The official says no. And it goes back to Toni Kroos. He's a good 30 yards out, is Toni Kroos. Kroos over to the left-hand side to Rahm. Rahm's ball delivered in is extremely poor. He gets a second bite at the cherry and heads it to Bayer. Bayer wins the ball back, and play goes on. They were claiming for a free kick, but it's now with David Rahm. Rahm finds Maximilian Bayer. Bayer back to Rahm. Rahm just getting towards the touchline. He's pulled over surely there by Widmer, and that's going to be a free kick and a yellow card for Sylvain Widmer, and that means he misses the next match as well. So Widmer will miss the next game for that challenge, because he's already on a yellow card, of course. And it's rather a silly challenge to make. I mean, you take one for the team, of course you do, but that is rather a silly one to do. And it's left Germany with a free kick in a very good position down the left-hand side, almost level with the Germany penalty area. Toni Kroos is standing over this. We all know what he's capable of from this position. Similar position to this against Sweden in the World Cup in 2018. In the last minute of injury time. Let's see what he can do with this one. You know he's going to whip it in. As the referee, Daniel Osata, just making things, or making sure there's no naughtiness going on in the penalty area, is Toni Kroos. He whips it in. Jan Sommer palms it out, but only as far as Sané with a shot, but it's wide. And it just misses the top right corner of Jan Sommer's goal. But once again, the finishing by Germany has really just been dreadful today. It's hard to imagine that this is a side that put 5 past Scotland in the opening game. It's the finishing has been pretty poor today. And some of the balls into the penalty area, like that one, for example, have not been the best. As the ball goes out of play then from Doa, and it's going to be a throw into Germany, and it's going to be taken by David Rahm. It's taken quickly. He drops it back to Toni Kroos again. Kroos, options left and right. And the ball is through to Maximilian Bayer off Havertz. Havertz again challenges Zeki Amdouni. Amdouni only finds Toni Kroos, who lets it go to Nico Schlotterbeck. Kroos gets the ball back. There's 8 minutes to go here. Still 0-0 in the other game. Here is Rudiger. Rudiger holds the ball up. He's gone long there. Up in the air goes Kai Havertz. It's chested down by Mittelstadt to Füllkrug. Füllkrug to Rahm. And Rahm's cross again is not the best, but he gets a corner out of it. For the block from Widmer. And Germany now piling on the pressure. It's a short corner to Kroos. Back to Gundogan. What's Gundogan going to do? He lifts the ball into the penalty area, but it's above everybody's head and is just plucked out the air by Jan Sommer. And once again, it is another poor ball as Germany are 7 minutes away from finishing Group A in second place behind Switzerland, which means, of course, they will play second place in Group B. And that will, of course, probably mean Germany or Italy or Spain. As here comes Amdouni now. Amdouni, it's a great ball through to Vargas. He can finish it here. He does. And Vargas makes it 2-0. And Germany, well, oh no, the referee has perhaps blown up for offside here. The referee has perhaps blown up for offside. It's a goal for Switzerland anyway, but let's take a look at this because there's going to have to be a review. as Vargas, Ruben Vargas on 23 minutes. It's going to have to be reviewed regardless. As is that goal going to count? No, it is offside. It's offside. The goal has been disallowed. So Germany get a lifeline there now, as here comes Kai Havertz down the right-hand side. Gets into the penalty area. Havertz, can he get the cross in? No, he can't. It's blocked there by Rodriguez. So the goal disallowed for Switzerland. Vargas gets a goal disallowed on 84 minutes as well. So both sides have had a goal disallowed in this game, as it's the corner is going to be taken by Tony Kroos. The referee, Daniela Osata, just keeping an eye on things. It was a beautiful finish by Vargas as well. Corner comes in by Kroos, and there's the head. Oh, but it lands on top of the crossbar. It's Kai Havertz just flicks it on, and it lands on the top of the crossbar. And this is when you know it's not your day. Sommer beaten here, and it just lands on the top of the crossbar. Yes, that is extremely disappointing for Kai Havertz. The German fans can't believe it, as we have 5 minutes left in this game. The ball is cleared downfield by Jan Sommer, and it's picked up by Rudiger. Rudiger gives the ball to Kroos. Kroos releases the ball to Gundogan. Gundogan back to Rudiger again. And down this down this right-hand side to Leroy Sané. Not seen much of him since he's come on, but here goes Sané now. It's around 4 Swiss players. He goes down. The referee is not going to give anything. That wasn't a foul either, I might add. That was a day. He's lucky not to get a yellow card for that, quite frankly. He goes through between the two of them. Nobody touches him, and down he goes. It's a slight contact on the thigh. As we look at this offside again, yes, he is in an offside position. The foot there on Vargas as he tucks the ball into the net, but it won't count. And Germany have 4 minutes to pull this game back, as we're going to have a free kick here for a foul on Duo. And I think we'll soon be considering our player of the match. Still 0-0 over in the game between Scotland and Hungary. The ball is played forward from this free kick, but it goes behind for a goal kick. Well, Germany have not looked at their best today. They've lacked creativity. They have lacked general proficiency in their work, and even when they have had shots at goal, they've been poor all round. So this is not the game that they're going to want to take into the round of 16. It's going to cost them the top place in the group and leave them having to play probably Italy or Spain. And this German team has improved certainly over the last few months, but I don't envy their chances against Spain or Italy, quite frankly. The ball is played long, looking for Füllkrug in the air. Füllkrug flicks it on. He's looking for Havertz. Havertz now trying to maintain possession. Havertz goes down under the challenge. Again, no free kick. And Switzerland can break away now with Zeki Abdouni. He's got options left and right. He goes to Vargas on the left-hand side. Vargas, corner in the penalty area, cuts inside. Vargas, it comes back to the edge of the area, and a shot there by Granit Xhaka, and it's just turned away by Manuel Neuer. Just so you know, there is 10 minutes of injury time in the Scotland versus Hungary game. Here we haven't had an injury time amount yet, but it's a good save because that was curling into the corner. Manuel Neuer getting on the end of that. It's Füllkrug just, Havertz there was ready to go down with Akanji. Anyway, the corner is going to be taken by Vargas for Switzerland. It's taken short to Abdouni, and it's back with Vargas now. The challenge there by Jonathan by Leroy Sané, puts that ball out of play as we await what time we've got left here as we go into the 89th minute. And I am going to announce my player of the match at the next stoppage and play after this one. It is still 1-0 to Switzerland. So far, they will be topping the group and will play the runners-up of Group C. Here's Vargas, but he's dispossessed here by Leroy Sané. Sané gives the ball there to Kai Havertz. Havertz drops the ball back there to Kimmich. Kimmich now, Germany coming forward in numbers. As here is Kroos. Kroos releases the ball to David Raum. He's got Maximilian Bayer in front of him. Raum drops the ball back there to Kroos. Kroos swings the ball in, and it's Havertz who tries to hook the ball back in, but it goes behind for a goal kick. So let's give you our player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services. And today's player of the match, I'm giving to Switzerland's Dan N'Doye. N'Doye, not just for the goal, his goal was a good one, but also because of the work rate that he has put in. And he's been a real thorn in that Germany defence, creating chances, holding up the ball for the front line. And today's player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Switzerland's number 19, Dan N'Doye. As Germany coming forward now. The ball is long into the penalty area, and picking up that is Jan Sommer from the long ball into the penalty area by Kimmich. We've got 4 minutes stoppage time here in this one. So at the moment, it's still Switzerland 1, Germany 0. And there's 4 minutes of stoppage time in this one for Germany to get back into this game. A free kick for a foul, or is it offside there? It's actually offside on the Swiss substitute there, Dua. As here is Kroos now for Germany. Down the right-hand side, gives the ball to Kimmich. Kimmich drops the ball to Sané. Good ball there from Kimmich to Sané there. He just been able to lay it off to Kroos. It's now with Gundogan. Germany desperate for something in these 4 minutes of stoppage time. David Raum gets the cross in. Oh, the goal! Oh, it's Nicholas Füllkrug to the rescue! And Germany has stolen at the last. It's Nicholas Füllkrug. It's 1-1. Well, would you believe it? The Swiss fans can't believe it. They were touching the top of the group, and the goal from Nicholas Füllkrug gives Germany the goal that they need to give them top of this group in the 92nd minute. That is incredible. It's Nicholas Füllkrug's header. It's the one ball into the box that was really a quality ball. And you see it here, it's David Raum. He just gets away from Vidmore, and Füllkrug is onside, and he heads that ball past the goalkeeper. And Füllkrug, at the 92nd minute, has made this game 1-1. And, well, Germany are level with a goal from Nicholas Füllkrug. And that he has come to the rescue once again. This is his 13th goal in 19 games. I do wonder why he doesn't start, but he doesn't, and his goal is enough to give Germany the tie, which is enough to give them top of the group, as Nicholas Füllkrug, the substitute. And now Switzerland, who must feel totally hard done to with that, because they played so very well in the second half, really shutting Germany out from really creating much. But just out of nowhere, the ball in from the substitute David Raum to the other substitute, Nicholas Füllkrug, and it's 1-1. Well, here's Manuel Akanji. He releases the ball here to Vidmore. Vidmore plays it against the hand of Toni Kroos. And we are inside the last minute of stoppage time here. It's Switzerland 1, Germany 1. And it's Germany so far now that are going to top Group A with that injury time equaliser from Füllkrug. And the free kick here for the handball. Just seeing who's over that. Looks like it might be Zeki Amdouni. It's not Amdouni actually, but it's swung in out to the Arbaisha. Arbaisha also down on the far side to Vargas. It was Vargas' free kick. Back to Freuler. Vargas swings the ball in, cleared out by Füllkrug. And now Germany can break out. Could they even get a winner here? Here's Sané. Sané, he's dispossessed by Vargas, but that's it. It is full time. And Germany will top Group A and will play the runners-up of Group C. With this draw in the last minute by Nicholas Füllkrug. For the first time, a decent ball into the box in this game. And it has to be said, Germany will celebrate the 1-1 draw. They'll celebrate finishing top of the group. But it really wasn't a great performance by Germany today. It's certainly less of the quality that we have seen from this team in the group stage so far. But it does finish 1-1 here. In the other game, Scotland 0, Hungary 0. If you want to tune into TC Hub or JB Sports, you'll be able to catch the last few minutes of that game to see if one of those teams can snatch a winner. But for here and for now, Germany finished top of the group at Deutsche Bank Park. And, well, what a performance by Switzerland. But they were not rewarded. But they can take solace in the fact that if they play this way in the second half, in the second round, they've got every chance. But it's full time here at Deutsche Bank Park. It's Germany 1, Switzerland 1. We are going to go for now, and we'll see you next time.